Hey guys, welcome back to more AFK Arena. We've pushed through another chapter on this account, so I just wanted to share the team that I've been using. I think it's honestly the best early game team I've used. Now, sometimes I do sub my Gwyneth back in. She helped me through the previous chapter, but in this chapter, we changed it up with a very basic change that I'm surprised I hadn't gone through before, but it let us clear all of chapter 16. Now, my target is to clear chapter 17 in the next like 6 or 7 days so that I can unlock the Misty Valley and get all those goodies. Anyway, we're going to do some summons as well, so let's get into it. Okay, so it's going to seem very obvious when I show you the team, but this is not the team. That I've been subbing in the Gwyneth from time to time, works really, really well. But the team I've been using is actually going to look something like this with the Taylene. Now, I know Taylene is a very basic choice, and I should put some better gear on her and maybe an artifact and she'd function even better, but hey, it's fine. But this team basically just has so much sustain and tanky heroes that it cruised through the previous chapter. Now, against enemies like this, sometimes, and that's why I just had the Gwyneth in there, I throw the Gwyneth in to get that damage to the back row, because back row healers, especially this team sort of struggles with, because we essentially are there just to basically chunk out. Now, sometimes I can put the Rowan in the front row and effectively stun those back row units, but this as a core team is really, really nice. Like I said, sometimes subbing out the Taylene, putting Rowan front, and then putting Gwyneth in here has been working. My Gwyneth, I'm still waiting for that food, so hopefully we get some food from summons. And then we can get her to Mythic. I feel like that would really help. Then I could also bust her past that 160 and get some extra stats on her as well. But at the moment, the Taylene is just working so solid for me. So let's stop long pressing it if it lets me, and let's put it there and let's jump in. Hopefully we can demonstrate a battle. Now, one time speed just so I can show. So basically Taylene, I have Stitchy behind her. My Stitchy is still incredibly weak, but he goes behind the Taylene because he can take a couple hits. In the time it takes them to kill Taylene, he's normally going to generate a layer of his shield, meaning that he's like basically my perfect choice there at the moment to go behind it. Now for this team, I feel like the essential part of this team is obviously to have the units, but also to have an Isolde as the most beefed up character. My Isolde's 180, the rest of the team is still only 160. Now the reason for Isolde is he's just such a savage tank, and he can solo things at the end as long as there's no healers incredibly well. Damon, not necessarily needing the Ascensions, because once again, he's just going to sit behind that Taylene. Taylene's going to keep coming back, stealing the aggro. Damon's going to be able to generate those shields during the time, and then it's just going to work really solid. Then we have Silas. Now every Ascension on Silas is obviously going to help as well for his survivability and his healing power, but between the 3 healers in this team, and you can see all the healing going on, because Damon's going to heal himself, Isolde's going to heal himself. It's not a CC heavy team, it's just a live through everything and then slowly wear them down with Damon, and then Isolde can punch some things in the face as well. Really, really solid. And this, once again, keeping in mind that we're keeping a low Ascension Taylene. She's the one I'm going to be stargazing for. So as we get more copies and get more Ascensions, it's just going to keep getting better. But I feel like for the early game through to the late game, this is going to be a really solid team composition for me. Obviously, we're going to end up subbing things out for certain battles. But like I said, the last chapter, it's just... The chapter 15, I used Gwyneth in everyone, and then the Gwyneth just at Legendary Plus wasn't giving me enough oomph to my team, so I was like, how can we do this? I just want my Isolde and Stitchy to stay alive, and I was like, well, let's just put 3 healers in, and honestly, it's been working fantastic. Now, this is another team where I'd be tempted to bring a Gwyneth. Unfortunately, it is Graveborn, so we're not going to get quite the effect out of her, but once again, we can do that same effect. Stitchy gets his shield by the time Taylene dies, meaning that he can then protect himself until Taylene comes back, which she's coming back now. He's going to generate another shield right there. Taylene's going to die again. Oh no, she got injected by Silas. That's less than optimal when she gets injected by Silas, but you get that. And then once again, it's just that endless cycle. Then you've got Isolde at the front on the other side, who just keeps tanking out and will basically never die. And then you have Rowan in the back with the potions. And then you got Silas, who sometimes commits suicide depending on who he jumps to with his ultimate. But it's just an incredibly solid team that has so much healing power, along with everything being really tanky besides the Silas. The Silas in this team is like the only weak link in terms of self-survivability. You have Stitchy or Damon with all of his shields and stuff like that. You got Isolde, who's just a self-healing beast. And then you got Rowan with his immunity to damage. Talene can die because she can come back. These four just... They just don't care. And then Silas has such high healing capacity. If you can hide him behind something like the Isolde and not let him get sniped, for instance, this one here, I kind of want to get my Silas leveled up past my Rowan so that enemy Sylvanas would attack my Rowan, because this is the one thing that sort of cripples my Silas. But with the Talene in the team and the Rowan potions, now due to the Talene giving that instant heal at the start, he can often survive it. So let's go ahead and test it. And as you can see, he stayed full for the first few attacks. Now the Talene's died. Now he gets one shot. Now, sometimes I feel like depending on crits, he could actually live through that, but he has popped his gas cloud out, which is the big thing that we really need from him, because that's going to keep healing even after he's dead. So it's not a stress at all. Now, when we look further in, and I might do a video on this later, like, I don't know, next week or something, but the synergies between Silas and Talene is huge if you have an ascended Talene, because his gas clouds, even after he dies, hang around, and if Talene's dead, they will hang around as well, and those gas clouds, kind of like Eron's vortex, will hang around the battlefield and basically say, no, the battle's not over until my gas cloud disappears, so that it can hang around and give your Talene time to die when there's no other enemies, no other allies alive, and Talene can still come back to life and keep doing her thing. It's a really cool synergy, so I'm looking forward to, on this account, as I ascend Talene further, maybe having her be able to be more impactful. But once again, we're not going to be using diamonds on Stargaze on this account yet, so it might be in effect too soon. This one, wilder teams, this is the kind of thing that I normally sub out for the Gwyneth. So let's try this team, see if it works. Once again, watch Stitchy. He gets a shield right now. Oh no, he got rooted by Arden. So that kind of sucks. Hopefully he can get a shield and survive, but he's going to get sniped here, and everyone got melted. So like I said, Wilders, this is an issue. So this is where, and unfortunately my Gwyneth doesn't yet have the ability to, I'm going to swap it this way, I think. She doesn't stun yet. If she was she was level 201 and stunning with the lightning arrows, it'd be fantastic. But these type of teams are the ones that I struggle with. Those heavy wilder control teams, especially with Leica with the haste. So what I can do here is I'm gonna try and put it this way, like this. See if this works, and you just got to play around, and especially against Arden teams, that's when you just got to spam retries, because you never know how the RNG is going to play out. If Isolde can survive here with the gas cloud, we might be a little bit okay. We did lose Stitchy though, so we've lost our big burst damage. There is no healer on the enemy team, so maybe we'll be okay. Silas is going to die from that ult, which sucks. Saw that one coming, and then we're going to get arrowed down. Isolde ult. Once again, I feel like I will eventually get this stage with retries. It's a non-boss stage. Shouldn't be too bad, but this is the sort of thing that we do suffer against. These fast, heavy CC wilder teams, and also teams that have healers sitting in the back to just, you know, generate heals. But normally Gwyneth can counter those healer teams. But as for these ones, these just take a million retries, because Arden is an absolute pain. Anyway, that is the team. Like I said, it's a big call, but I feel like this is probably the best team I could come up with for an early game team. It's got so many core elements. It's got a 4-piece faction bonus. It's just amazing. I'm just saying, I've absolutely loved it for this push on this account. Anyway, let's go do some summons, because that's where the fun's at. So let's collect these. Let's jump over here. And let's go to the Noble Tavern. Now, we've got a 10 pull of each, which means we are going to get the card. It is still Graveborn Day. We've got an hour and a half left. So let's pop this first. And I think we did get a guaranteed just before, so I don't think we're going to get anything out of this. I think our last 10 pull was guaranteed. I should have probably waited for Light Bearers and just done a dummy one on the Light Bearers to get the food, because I want to get my Gwyneth to Mythic. But hey, is what it is. Let's do a 10 pull here. Let's pop it. Ooh, nice. Okay, honestly good. Honestly good. Can we please get a Stitchy from this one though? Please. Please, I beg of you. And this is where maybe I don't make my Gwyneth Mythic, because my Rowan, this is decisions on this account. Let me know what you guys think about this one. Rowan's got the 2 copies here. If I get one more copy, I still have this chest. I know it's less than optimal. Where's the chest? Where's the chest? It's got a Rowan in it. I know I should take the Wukong. That's the other thing I want to ask you guys before we pop that last card, is in the store here, Labyrinth, I just don't think I need Arthur yet. I just don't think I need him. So maybe I'll just wait. I'll bide my time for another 2 months until that's the point I might actually need him. I don't want to spend the diamonds to refresh it. Do you reckon I just pick up Wukong this month and then next month pick up both of them and then the month after pick up both of them, and then at least that way I've got 3 more Wukong copies, which will get him effectively to Legendary Plus, I think. And then it'll also have me unlocking Arthur by the next 2 resets. So let me know what you think about that one. I'm thinking that's what I do, just to have the Wukong, and then I'm actually thinking about getting Screg after that, although I'd probably just get the dimensional ones. But because I'm only doing Arthur or permanent dimensionals on this account, I don't really need the dimensional upgrades either, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, let's go ahead, pop this one for Graveborn. Stitchy or Isolde or Silas, please, one of the 3. Nara, okay, honestly, not bad. Not what I'm really after there, but not too bad anyway. Let's take a look in my bags. Do I have any of these bad boys? No, I don't. I'm 20 short. Where am I? I'm actually at a really annoying stage. 191 in tower sucks, like royally sucks. Let's go here. Actually, I've leveled up a bit since then, so let's see. But the double Estrellas with the throwing axes from the K-Source, just absolutely painful. And you got Belinda ults and stuff. Actually, I don't think I'd tried my Talene tame here. I'm probably gonna cream through it. Yes, Talene, so powerful, even at elite. Damon, please use an ult. Thank you. Rowan, ult, please. Please, Rowan. I got too confident. Oh, damn. Yeah, this stage is tough, but I feel like we'll get it now with this team. I feel like we will get it. But like the Estrellas, like if we just needed a little bit more damage in on those Estrellas and we would have been sweet. Silas ulting on Talene, probably less than optimal, but you know, is what it is. Look at that Estrella. Look at that Estrella with like 1 HP, refusing to die. Now the Belinda's going to ult on my Silas, and it's all going to be sad. It's all going to be sad right here. Oh, what? He resisted that really well. Resisted really well. Thank you. Okay. Good work, my man, Isolde. Like I said, for this team, definitely the key part to it. Everything else is sort of susceptible to what ascensions you have, but Isolde, the non-negotiable, has to be the power carry for this one. I'm actually really glad on this account that I did get Isolde as the main carry. Like the one that I got the copies on, because I was going to do Stitchy, but I honestly feel like this team is so solid, it's not even funny. Anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.